Hello, every pony. Every pony? I haven't said that in a long time. Hello, everyone. Wow, that's a really old thing. I haven't said that in months now. I haven't said that even once during this whole Breath of the Wild playthrough. Wow. That, I don't, like, I know where that came from, obviously, because it's what I used to say, but I just am confused by, like, what brought me to say every pony instead. Because I haven't even been doing, like, the MLP thing. I haven't even watched, like, any of Season 7 yet. You know, the current season. Boom! Oh, come on, you're supposed to, like, explode. And hit, like, multiple targets when I hit the ground. Well, alright. It's not doing it for some reason. This thing hits 2 targets at once. Blam! Two shock arrows for the price of 1. I would gladly take that. Oops. Don't do that. So this is the shrine quest, basically. You have this great big swirling platform. If you look here on the map, it goes around and around all the way here, the Wrist Peninsula here. And here, right in the middle, is a podium. Except that you can't actually reach it by crossing the water. You have to go around and around. And it is absolutely plagued with mobs. You probably could go around using, like, Cryonis, now that I think about it. That honestly probably would be a feasible strategy. Just Cryonis your way over. I actually have never tried that before. But that seems like more work than it, you know, should be. But Serene, isn't just going around and around and around in a circle a lot of work too? Yes. And so is, you know, fighting all the mobs along the way, but at the same time, consider all the loots. You know, consider all the fat loots you're gonna get for circling this place over and over again, you know? So, personally, I feel it's worth it. Whoa, I almost crushed myself. I still did not break that. These are, like, indestructible here. Let me try this one more time. There we go. I swear I'm good at it when I use the Guardian amiibo. So, oh well. And I mean, that's the joys of Zelda Breath of the Wild, really, when you think about it. You know, is there's more than one solution to every problem, you know? Why are you sneaking, Link? I must have pushed down the control stick or something. And there's more than one solution, like, going around and around is obviously one solution. Using Cryonis, obviously another solution. But using Cryonis seems like it would be a pain, just because of the fact that, like, you'd have to aim directly for the sphere every time you use Cryonis. You have to, like, throw it. You have to drop a Cryonis directly underneath the sphere, and then you'd have to leap over, pick up the orb, hoping it didn't fall off the Cryonis in the process, and then, like, repeat the process. That just seems like a lot of work. Especially when you're just sitting here having to deal with, like, for example, these guys. You know, bokoblins on friggin' horses. Although this is the cool thing. If you have Stasis Plus, you can do that to this guy. And that just sends him flying away. I love just stasising them right off their horses. It's like the best part of Stasis Plus. It really is. You know, Go ahead and throw that. And go ahead and stasis. If I can. Bam! Probably only have to hit him twice. Yep. I probably only had to actually hit him once, to be honest. Because he only had 13 HP. And I think that's more than what my boomerang normally does, so... Or less than what my boomerang normally does. So... But that's alright. It's not like there's any shortage of weapons in this game, you know? And like, you are kind of led to believe that like, oh, you need to like be careful with your weapons because, you know, there's only so many weapons and, you know, they all break easily. But in reality, there's a dragon over there. Whoa. Which dragon is that? Don't know. It just disappeared. No idea which dragon that was. Literally just poofed out of existence out of nowhere. Based on my location, probably Nadra. Either that or Farash, one of the two. I don't think Din Rail spawns anywhere near here. He did look red though, so maybe Din Rail does? I don't think so. I don't know. So also, sorry if I'm like clearing my throat a lot and like sniffling. As it turns out, I have a bit of phlegm congestion, and it actually has infected one of my lymph nodes right in my throat, which is pushing against the windpipe, making it hard for me to breathe. And also, I have a lot of phlegm because of it. So, you know, apologies if I'm like, you know, doing that and stuff. It's because, like, I can't breathe right now. I have an antibiotic to help with the lymph node infection, and I'm taking, like, super strength Sudafed here. I'm talking, like, 120 milligram, like, prescription strength type stuff, you know? But, you know, for the next few episodes, since this is, you know, one recording session, I guess I've been doing that for a while now, because it's been about a month that I've had this, sinus thing going on, and I just wasn't aware of it until I went to the ER, because I was seriously having trouble breathing. I was like, okay, I need to get this looked at. This is problematic. And they're like, yeah, so you've had this phlegm thing? I assume for quite a while, based on how bad it is. Did you just pick up my orb and throw it at me? Rude. 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 What a rude moblin. What a rude stall moblin. Oh, I'm just gonna pick up the shrine orb. I'm gonna throw it at you. Rude. But yeah, so like that was the thing, like when the doctor looked at me, it's like, you've probably had this for a while because of how bad it is, you know. I'm like, well, it has been like a month before I, you know, decided to get it looked at or anything, because it was only occurring at work, so I just assumed it was like allergen from work or something, you know. So I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Once it started happening at home, that's when I was like, okay, I absolutely need to get it looked at, you know. Turn around. Thank you, bud. I don't want to keep using my shock arrows on him. Not like I can just slash him to pieces now. Also, Octoroks are really annoying. Just gonna be honest with you. Like, super annoying. And I need to kill this one because it keeps shooting at me. Thank you. And I'll avoid this Lizalfos because I don't really need to kill him and he hasn't even seen me yet. But this moblin that's up here is definitely going to see me. Hello. Mini stone talus. Get up, Link. Okay, that is completely ineffective. How about that? Dead. Nice. Alright, let me get my orb back. And we'll stop and pick up this amber. The only one of the stone taluses that dropped loot that I can reach, unfortunately. The rest all ended up like out in the water. No, actually, I think this is stone talus too. Razor claw crab. I don't have one of them in my compendium, do I? Dead. There's my orb. Oh, hi. Yeah, I'll just use this up, actually. Nice. Gonna use this, because this is what I was using. I'm trying to keep the durability loss on one item at a time, if possible. You know, it makes your weapons feel like they last longer. They really don't last any longer. It just kind of feels like it because, like, you're using your weapon. You're using, like, less durability on, like, all of your weapons. And so it's like, oh, this one just broke on me, you know? It's like that you expect it to break more, you know? It's like you know when it's gonna break as opposed to, like, you hit an enemy once and it's like, your weapon is now badly damaged. And you're like, what the heck? How is it already badly damaged? Because you forget that you've been using it for ages now, you know? Can't lead my shots when this guy is walking around me in circles. Fine, come at me. I'll show you what happens. That's what I thought. They're so annoying, these moblins. They really are. Well, this is taking me like 15 minutes to get across. But we're almost there, so that's good. I probably, actually, could be using my sneaky set and maybe avoiding more of the enemies that way. They might be less likely to see me. So, zoop, boom, zoop, boom. Hello. Zoop! Boom. Unfortunately, they explode no matter what you do. It can be kind of annoying to get their fat loots from them. Oh, you freaking stupid Octoroks, let me tell you. These guys are so annoying. How did that not kill it? I like shot too far or something. Using the golden bow because it shoots further, but I like shot too far and like hit it but then didn't hit it, you know? It was weird. Hey, hot-footed frog under that rock. How about that? If you just like as soon as you hit the A button to pick up the rock, if you just sit there and mash the button, you'll pick up anything that's underneath without any real issue. So, assuming it's not like a rupee. You know, assuming the Minish haven't hit a rupee under it. I actually heard that they had planned to bring the Minish in, but like with so many different races and stuff, they like just couldn't find a place for them that they wouldn't be like overshadowed, you know? They couldn't really find like a story reason for the Minish. And so they felt like any place that they could have just thrown the Minish in, like they wouldn't have been as important. They're in, you know, them being there would have been overshadowed by all the other races and stuff like that. So, which is too bad. It would have been cool to see Minish. But what can you do, you know? Not much, I guess. Oh, they already flew away. This is the Ritag Zuma Shrine, which I believe is just a blessing because of that really long shrine trial. But I don't remember for sure. We're about to find out, though. That's for sure. And we will be one heart container closer to the Master Sword. And we'll just be 4 shrines away. About that. 4 more shrines. That's all we need. If we did every shrine in the Kokiri forest, or not Kokiri, the Korok forest. I mean, they're basically the same thing. But the Korok forest, if we did every shrine quest in the Korok forest, we would only be 1 shrine away from obtaining the Master Sword. And so I think that's what I'm going to do for both this episode and the next, because the shrine quests in the I keep wanting to say Kokiri, Korok forest. I'm just going to call it the Kokiri forest if I mess up. I'm just going to be like, yeah, Kokiri, whatever. I mean, they're the same race, according to Wind Waker, you know? The Kokiri evolved from the Koroks and then evolved back into the Koroks, according to Wind Waker, so they're basically the same race. But yeah, I think this episode I'm going to go to that island, and I'm going to complete the major trial of strength there. We should be more than well equipped for it. Because we got like, what, 12 heart containers? Let me recount our heart containers before we leave. Because, I mean, I can stop off and get a heart container real fast here, too. I do want to get the Master Sword at this point before we continue on. Just because we're so close to getting the Master Sword. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, we are at 11. Sorry, that was probably fairly quiet there as I was counting, but you know, such is the nature of things when you move past the microphone. That's the one thing that I do kind of like but don't like about this microphone, is that like if I go past the microphone, like it doesn't pick up behind it very well, you know? On the other hand, it picks up in front of it incredibly well. Like, if somebody were talking, and this is why I do everything at night, if somebody were talking in the dining room, which is like the furthest room in the house that you can get other than the kitchen, if somebody was there, oh, we can turn this quest in, can't we? Checking everyone out today. Checking never just never stops. What is it? I got the goods. You have some restless crickets already? Wow, that was fast. I haven't even caught one yet. Well, let me see those restless crickets you caught. I'm no counting scientist, but I think that's less than 10. Come on, man. I got a date with Prima riding on this. Help me out. Oh, really? I thought I did have 10. How many do I have? Because I thought I bought 2 restless crickets from, like, Beetle or whatever. Well, do I have... I don't think I have the restless crickets in my compendium, do I? Probably not, because I rarely have taken pictures of any of the bugs themselves. I don't want to, like, drop a bug because it will, like, try to fly away. I actually do this easier and take rhino beetle, hotfoot frog, tailless frog. No. I think that it would have been back with the beetle if I had it. These are all the actual like monsters. Oh yeah, see, I'm in the monsters now. I've passed the creatures. I don't have any restless crickets in my compendiums. I can't just search for them. Well, then we will just work our way to it. I swear that I bought 2 restless crickets, but I guess maybe I didn't. Oh well. 12 heart containers. Yay. And then we'll head out to the ocean and we'll do that last shrine that's out there. And then I think we'll head to the Korok forest after that. Let me see if there's any restless crickets around here anywhere. Probably not. No, there was something there, but I don't think it was a restless cricket. It looked like something else. It might have been though. I don't know. I'm really not sure where to find most of the like bugs, to be honest. I really could have sworn though that I had done that. Like gotten 10 restless crickets. I remember buying 2 going, oh, if we buy these 2 then we'll have 10. But maybe that was on my other file? I don't know anymore. So one of these kids had a quest for the Moblin Club, which me forgetting about it, I got the Moblin Club in one episode and I was like, hey, we got the Moblin Club. We can turn the quest in. Yeah, promptly turned around and threw the club away a couple episodes later because it was like a new recording session and I had forgotten that I had been holding on to it specifically for the quest. And after having thrown it away, I was like, oh, wait, I needed that actually. Well, now I feel stupid. Korok! Hello. Over here. And over there. Where did you go now? Up there. Really? In the rain? To go up there in the rain? That way I can just like walk up there. This is not fun with the rain. Afraid I'd slip down there. This is really not fun with the rain at all. But that's alright. We'll get it. Just gotta jump up here. And then we'll be good. Except that it's now gonna jump up over there. Okay. Let's make our way over there. Climbing gear probably would have helped a bit here. But, oh well. Let's go up here next. I can get up here without having to climb too much. Up. It's probably going to end up right on the top of this freaking mountain by the end. And there's the end of it. Ta-da! That was a pain. That was a bit of a pain. But we do need those. There's a shrine way the heck over there. Go ahead and mark that one. We will head down that way eventually. I actually need to find a Korok leaf because I need to use the boat here. Probably if I can just knock down a tree or two, I'll probably get one. So let's just fly over to these trees. right over here. And maybe if I blast one of these trees and knock it down, maybe I can get a Korok leaf off it. But I think, are these the leaves, are these the trees that are at my house? Nintendo Village. No, they are not. They're just trees. Okay. Well, that tree I can't blast. There might be a Korok up there, though. I know that sometimes in these, like, really big trees like this, sometimes there's a Korok at the top. Or so I've been told, anyway. Nothing in that one. Let's see if we can find one up here. This is kind of a pain doing all this in the rain. But it should clear up in a minute. Girl from the Sheikah tribe. I don't see any around here. Azul, wanna go see if it's true about the little girl? My mom says I shouldn't get close to the research lab. I didn't even know that this NPC was up here. How about that? Nothing up here either. How unfortunate. Oh well. What can you do? Alright, let's see if we can get a Korok leaf from any of these trees. I currently lack a Korok leaf. I got a tree branch. Almost always get a tree branch from the trees. So, was there a bombable wall over here? Or am I just remembering things wrong? Now we'll look around a bit. Any Korok leaves? None? That's unfortunate. Kaboom! If you want an easy way to fell trees, bombs are the way to go. When I was grinding out the wood for the house, this is what I did. I just like threw a bomb, blew up a tree. No, it wasn't for the house. It was for the on my actual like legit file. I mean, not this isn't a legit playthrough or anything, but like on my actual like home file, I did the I call it the Tuffy Town side quest, and for that you end up needing like 100 pieces of wood by the end of it all. And so this is what I was doing to grind out wood. I would just run around, find trees, blow them up. I actually went to where the Great Fairy is, the Great Fairy Fountain in Kokiri. I actually went there at one point, and I just blasted the freaking like all of the trees there. I ended up with getting like 80 pieces of wood from it, so it was pretty great. But it was like, oh my goodness, there's just so many trees that you can blast, and like, I don't know, maybe it was just me, but it seemed like after a point they started respawning, because I remembered blasting a couple of trees, and like I went back to the front of the Great Fairy Fountain where I knew I had blasted a couple of trees, and like the trees were there again. And I was like, wow, maybe it only keeps track of like X amount of like trees or whatever that you've blasted. And so like coming back here just like allowed me to, you know, get a freaking thing, you know. Just allowed me to freaking just keep going. Ah, yay, Korok leaf. I don't need this. Go away. And one more bomb for good measure because of wood. Since I know that we're going to need a lot of wood later on, I might as well. And we might as well check this tree for Korok seeds just in case. Because again, I've been told, I've never seen it, but I've been told that some of those trees like that carry Korok seeds inside. And so if that is true, I want to like get that, you know? Whoops. I do not want to be using the Korok leaf as a weapon, thanks. It has like no durability. Thank you. No, my rupees! Darn it. They rolled away. Well, so they ended up blasting this tree because of the Yiga dude. I'll just grab the wood. No, my wood! Everything's rolling away from me. It's terrible. I'm ruined. Everything's like rolling away. Where did my rupees go? Did they just like fall all the way down? I think they did. Because they're not anywhere here. Well, it makes sense. The physics would naturally push them down to the ground. As the duplex bow, so the rupees definitely continued on past that. There's at least one of the rupees. That's alright. We got 10,000 rupees, so we really don't need any more at the moment. So, well, you know, I was going to do this shrine still in this episode, but considering what the shrine is, I think I'm going to save it for next episode. Especially since we're already at about 30 minutes anyway. And I need to figure out where the raft is actually at. I know it's somewhere around here, I just have to kind of look around for it, so that'll just take me a quick minute. But I think I'll go ahead and end it off here for now. If you've enjoyed, please feel free to check the link, the video description down below for a link to the playlist. In case you may have missed any episodes. With that, I guess I'll see you all next time. See you later.